Hello, hello. So we're going to talk about now we're writing a full or a half payoff. Okay. So we already talked about a critical period concept when that was the video earlier. If you skip that video, just to recap, make sure you watch the video explaining the difference between critical period coverage and full mortgage payoff. Now with this one, I'm going to share my screen. So this is again for clients that are a little bit younger or and healthier, right? Younger, healthier. That's kind of the gist. So let me share this. Okay. So here's what's going to happen. You are going to go, you're on this document right here, right? You found out that based off of this, your client is going to be more of a mortgage payoff coverage. So the products that we use for that, because again, this is a concept. There's not a specific carrier that has like mortgage protection. We use one of their products to achieve this purpose. So for Mutual of Omaha, we use Term Life Express. For American Amicable, they have 3 term options. I like to start with Home Certainty. If you're feeling feisty, you can look at Term Express or Term Made Simple. Don't confuse yourself if you're new. This one's just fine, but they do have a couple options that you can use. They all do the same thing. It's just pricing's a little bit different for people. So whatever, go with that. Keep it simple. Americo Term 100, it's HMS Term 100, SBLI level term, and United Home Life term, simple term 20 or 30. Okay. So you're going to look at these. Now you go in this order. Now this is for a reason. If you want to overcomplicate for yourself, you can ask a bunch of questions as to why, but this is what we know works best. And this is what we recommend. So mortgage protection Term Life Express is what we're going to aim for first. So let's do a quick risk assessment. Now, if your client is healthy, so let's say that they're 40 years old, no medications, no, concerns as far as driving record, they fit the height and weight build chart, that's important. If all that checks out, then we're going to run a quote. But let's just make sure. So let's say that they've got high blood pressure, okay? They're 40 years old. They've got high blood pressure. So let's go. We're going to scroll down. We're going to click on the underwriting cheat sheet. I have it pulled up here. We're going to look at Mutual of Omaha, Term Life Express, way over here. Mutual of Omaha, Term Life Express. It's on row Q. Now, column Q, excuse me. So now we're going to scroll over here and we're going to look for high blood pressure. High blood pressure, boom. So we're going to look over here. So for Mutual of Omaha, it says if they're on 3+ medications without any other issues, then they'll be declined. Okay. If they do have with other medications, 3+ medications with other impairments, they'll be okay. If they do have other impairments or they're higher than the build chart allows, and they're on a diuretic, which is like you'll know when you Google it what a diuretic is. It'll be declined. So we need to make sure. So these guys are just on one high blood pressure medication. It's very simple. They don't have any other issues. It's just a kind of a standard thing. So if it's just one, looks like we're okay here. Now, if you are ever in doubt, you can call Mutual of Omaha. In fact, I recommend doing this for all the carriers until you are really good. Call them. Say you're an agent. They're going to ask for your agent number. You want to do a risk assessment and they're going to say, tell me about your client. And you're going to tell them everything you know. Don't worry about like mortgage stuff. They don't care about that. They just want to know health stuff. So tell them their age, their birthday, their medications, their height and weight, all of that. And they're going to say the client should be okay for this product or the client will not be okay for this product. So calling them, doing a risk assessment is a huge plus. You learn what you need to ask. If we're feeling good, if this looks like a good pick, then we're going to go back to SFG quotes, and then we're going to choose Mutual of Omaha. Once this loads, you're going to choose Term Life Express, not Answers, Express. We don't use Answers. It's a fully underwritten product. It takes forever to get approved, and it's very low likelihood. So do not ask why. That's why. So current age, 40, can be a male. If they have a 30-year term, we're going to try for 30. Sometimes if they're a little bit older, like if they're 55, 56, you might not get a 30-year. So you're going to go for as long as you can, okay? If their mortgage is 200 and let's say it's 300,000, That's how much they owe. So we're going to run a quote for 300,000 and we calculate it. So it's $137. Okay, we're going to put that on our sheet so we know to take it back to them. Then we're going to run a quote for 150,000. Same thing. 71, we're going to take that to them. So those are going to be the two quotes that we run. I recommend the two. You can do 3 if you want and do a 3/4 payout. That's fine. But I wouldn't do anything else from that. I would stick to the full, the half, maybe the 3/4 if you're feeling frisky, but that's it. Have those together, and that's going to be what's going to pay the mortgage off completely if the client passes away within the next 30 years. Okay, then you go to your quotes, your HQ site, and you're going to run the application right through there like the video earlier shows you.